They say the only things that are for sure in life are death and taxes. And when death and taxes also involve real estate, it brings us to the question of probate. Probate can be challenging, complex, and it can be made simple in the hands of the right people. I've got a probate expert here with me today, Al Nicoletti, attorney buddy of mine. Al, welcome.
Thank you, Wally. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. It's great to be on the set with you.
Happy to be here. So, real estate and probate. Let's imagine I am a real estate buyer. I'm a real estate investor. I'm interested in a piece of property. The price looks right. The property looks right. I want this thing, but it's tied up in probate. What does that mean to me?
So there's two concepts of what that means. So if it's tied up in probate, that means there's already a court file open. Somebody died, they owned real estate, and you need this court process to transfer the title to the heirs. So if you're that buyer and you come across that property that's already in probate, you want to know where it's at. You want to know what the next steps are, who has authority to sign the real estate contract, your contract, and it depends on what kind of property it is, if it's the homestead, if it's the secondary, third, fourth house, but you just need to know where it's at if the probate's already opened. If it's not opened and there's never been a probate done, one of the things you have to ask is, who died, what happened, and I tell people, what's the big picture? Always get a big picture of the story of the family. Find out what's there, will, no will. But you want to make sure you're coming across people that have authority to sign your real estate contracts.
I got it. So what you've made clear to me is this is complex, and it's not to be managed by me, the individual buyer, the individual investor. What I need is clear and specific expertise, legal counsel, to guide me through that. What happens if I just say, yeah, but I got a buddy, my cousin's a lawyer, maybe he can do this? What are the perils of futzing with an attorney who's not specifically an expert in real estate related probate?
You have to really understand how the transfer of title happens. And you have to niche in the probate to know what you have to do. And not every lawyer is going to understand the probate process. A criminal lawyer doesn't understand what you have to do and all the right filings. And you have to get creative. If you don't do this on a daily basis, just like a criminal lawyer would, they're very creative with getting something suppressed.
They're very creative with the truth.
Well, that could be too. But you want to have somebody that understands it on a creative level. It's why I don't do title on a title company standpoint, because you have to be able to really niche and narrow what you are doing and how to craft it. So I would just say, be careful when you come across the attorney that doesn't niche in it, because on my end, I know how to get it done. I know how to be creative. I know how to move things forward with the probate that a lot of other lawyers do not.
What if I am a family member? Someone in my family has real estate holdings. It could be residential, commercial, and whatnot. And we are dealing with the impending passing of that individual. Are there things you can help me with to assure that those properties are distributed, or that what happens is supposed to happen while the individual is still living?
So that would be that would fall under the category of avoiding a probate situation. And there are several tools that a lot of people with families can use to avoid probate. That being able to create a revocable or irrevocable trust prior to getting to that point, maybe titling the properties differently. So a lot of people, before they reach that point of either losing competency or getting to or passing away, they own multiple properties, and there's a tool out there called the Ladybird deed. And the Ladybird deed has a special function where, let's just say John Smith owns the property, he wants to avoid probate, he retitles the property to say John Smith as a life estate with remainder to my children, meaning upon John's passing, automatically it goes to the children. So there's little tools out there that you could use, trust, Lady Bird deeds, titling the deeds as the right of survivorship. I call that deed, and they don't tell this to you in law school, but the essence of it is survival of the fittest. So, you know, if A and B are on the deed, whoever passes first gets the title. That's another cute way of avoiding probate. You just have to know those tools, and you have to have the right lawyer that understands how to do that on the estate planning side.
Understood. Well, you're passionate about it. I know it's your specific area of expertise. We've had other great conversations on this issue. What's the best way for people to reach out to you, Al?
Sure. So the best way to reach out to me is at my phone number. It's 904-246-9994. And I have a very lengthy email, but I'll just go through it, Wally. Nicoletti, Anicoletti at bapblaw.com.
There you go. Ideally, you'd never be in the situation of needing Al, but absolutely you will be in the situation of needing Al. I encourage you to reach out pre-need and get things in a position where you can make survivorship the best it can possibly be.